this project, we have been provided with two spreadsheets containing our data. The first spreadsheet is the sales data.xlsx file, which is where you have the sales personnel data, the customers data, you have the product data, and you have your store data. Next, we have also been provided with the orders.csv data set. The order.csv data set is where you find all sales transactions that has been made across all of StyleScape outlets in Nigeria. These data sets will be imported into our SQL Server Management Studio, which is where we will be querying the database from and also connecting the database to our Power BI. Without any further delay, click open your SQL Server Management Studio, which you already have installed on your computer. You have this connect to server, this small window showing connect to server. In this box here, this drop down here, you have the name of the server name you want to connect to. This is mine. And then you use Windows authentication and click connect. So after connecting to your database, the next thing we want to do is to create a new database. So you navigate to the Object Explorer and then you click on right click on database and select new database. For this project, our database name will be called StyleScape DB. And then you want to click on OK. I already have this database created in my SQL Server Management Studio, so I will not be clicking OK. So once the database has been created, you expand the database and then right-click on StyleScape DB. You click on Task, and then we have two options to import the file. The first one is import flat file, which we will be using to import our orders.csv file. And the next one is the import data, which we'll be using to import our Excel file. So first, let's start by importing our orders.csv file. So in this window, once this window has been opened, the next thing you want to do is to click next. So here you have this window where you have this prompt to select the database you want to import. So you navigate to where you have your data sets downloaded on your computer and you select the orders data. You give your orders table a name. In my case, I already have the orders table created in my database, so I'll be using a different name just to demonstrate. And you select a table schema. You can use the default table schema in your database, but I'll be using the StyleScape this for my table schema. Then you click next. Okay, so you have to close the Excel file which you have opened previously on your computer. You have to close it in order to import it to your database. You click next. After clicking next, you have this table imported. Then you click next again. And then you select the data type. The default data type for our order ID is small int, but I will be changing this to integer. You select this as a primary key. Then for the sales amount, we'll be changing the data type from float to decimal. Then after selecting your data type, the next thing we'll be doing is select next and click on finish. So once you click on finish, you have the table imported into your database. So I wouldn't be clicking on finish because I already have the table created in my database. So you go back to once it has been imported, you go back to your SQL Server Management Studio, you expand the database, and here you find tables. You expand the tables pane. So when you expand the tables pane, you have your tables loaded. If you can't see your table here, hit this refresh button, and then your database will be refreshed. Your table would show. So next, we want to import our sales data.xls file. So again, you right click on StyleScape DB, you click on task, and then you select import data. So you have the this welcome to SQL Server import and export wizard open. So here you click next. After clicking next, you select Microsoft Excel. Select the part where you have your Excel file downloaded to. So I have mine in my download folder. You navigate to wherever you downloaded your Excel file to, and then you select sales data. It has automatically detected the Excel version. My Excel version is 2016, but we leave it as Microsoft Excel 2007 to 2010, and click next. So for our destination, where we want to import our data to, so we are importing our data into our SQL Server database, and then you click on this drop down, you scroll down and select Microsoft OLEDB provider for SQL Server, the last one in this drop down menu. So that is where we'll be importing our Excel file into. Click next. You leave the default option, copy data from one or more tables or views, and then you select next. So here we have to check all of the tables we want to import. So we want to import this table, we want to import this table, we're importing this table, and we have just 4 tables to import, so we'll be selecting this. So you can choose to rename your table. So I will be renaming mine to customer, product, sales personnel, and store. You can also change the schema which you want to use. If you don't want to use DBO schema, you can rename it. You can create a different schema for these tables. So for me, I will be using StyleScape as my schema name. So I'm just going to copy these and paste it for the other ones, just to create a form of schema. You can preview your data, ensure that everything is working correctly. Preview your data sets. And so everything is okay. Then you select next. And you select run immediately. So once you select run immediately, you have this option, and then you click finish to finish creating the data. So I already have this data created in my database, and so I would not be clicking finish. So you click on finish and you have the data tables created in your database. So once that is done, you close the window and then just refresh refresh your database so that you can have the tables showing. So you have the tables displayed here, and then you can just right click on any of the table and select stop 1000 rows to see what you have in the table. So we have our product table, the first 1000 rows of our product table, we have it displayed here. So for the purpose of this project, we need to create a dashboard displaying sales data on a weekly basis. So we need to display, which means we need to display data for example, we are heading to a new week. So for every sales made in the previous week from Monday to Sunday, we need to display that data in a dashboard to show all of the sales. And for this reason, we will not be importing all of the data sets because we do not need all of the data. We only need 1 week worth of data, after which we would be refreshing every week just to get a current and up-to-date data in Power BI. So we'll be writing a query to build, we'll be writing a query that we'll be using to import the orders table. So you click on new query to open a new query window. So when you click on new query to open a new query window, so once this new query window has been opened, we're going to write the query which we would be using to extract 1 week worth of data. I've copied the query already and I'll just paste it. So for this query, we're going to be selecting all from our StyleScape.orders, where sales data is greater than or equals to. So here we are going to be selecting all data where sales data is greater than or equals to, is between the last 2 weeks and the latest dates. So if you're working on a live database that is constantly updated, okay, I'll show you this real quick. So in our data sets here, the most recent date in our data set here is, we'll be taking the maximum date here. Select max, sales dates. Okay. Select max from. So I'll just copy this table. So select max sales dates. As maximum dates. So we can see here that the most recent date in our data set is 1st of October 2023. So we want to extract data between 1st of October 2023, which is our most recent date, and the last 2 weeks. So we want 2 weeks worth of data, which is because one of the requirements of the one of the requirements of the business case study of the project's objective is for us to compare each week's sales to the previous week's sales. So in order to compare this week's sales to the previous week's sales, we need sales data for this week and we need sales data for that week. That's way we can compare what this week's sales is compared to what the previous week's sales is. And to do that, we'll be using a subquery. We'll be using a subquery so that to make it dynamic and not just hard-coded, we'll be using a subquery to select the most recent dates, and which is what we did here. So this query has been copied here to select maximum of sales dates from StyleScape.orders, and this subquery here would return 2023 10/1 October 1st. So if new data set is added, probably we had 1 more week from 2nd of October 2023 to 9th of October 2023. Once this is refreshed, it would automatically change to 9th of October 2023. So we want data from the latest date up to 2 weeks back. And so we'll be using the date add function to actually filter the data for the past 2 weeks. So which is why we're using the where clause to select. We're selecting all data where the sales date is greater than or equals to date add. And here we're going to pass two parameters. We're going to pass two arguments, which is the week arguments. Then we're going to pass this figure telling the database to return all data for the past 2 weeks. So if we are using 2, a positive 2, you'll be getting all data from the dates which you have passed 2 weeks ahead. But you are using -2, you are just telling the database to return all data 2 weeks back. So we'll be using this query. So we want all data for the last 2 weeks, not this is going to return the last 2 weeks, between the last 2 weeks and where sales date is less than or equals to select max sales date from StyleScape.orders table. So we have the subquery entered twice here. The first one is used to select all of the data for the last 2 weeks because we want data between the past 2 weeks and the current date. So where sales date is greater than or equals to date at week, -2, this, and sales date is less than this. So this query here, all we're going to do from after this is to copy this query. We're going to copy this query and we're going to be adding this query in Power BI Desktop. In the next video, I will be showing you how to import your data from SQL Server Management Studio to Power BI Desktop.